hero who shattered the wheel and brought salvation to the world.
Hello travelers, or I guess I should say welcome all nerds. So we are back here in Eorzea, or technically the first. So as you can tell, we're here in the Crystarium, and we're about to go on to the next step of the Splendorous Tools. I think I said that wrong, I don't care. But here we are with the Joy of Zoi. So this is the next part of the Crystarium Tools, and let's see what happens. Okay, so they have good tidings to share, at least I hope so. Sight for sore eyes as ever, Claire. Splendorous Tools treating ye well, I hope. Ye might be pleased to know that our work's paying off in lining Mistress Mowen's coffers besides. With the schematics of the tools finalized, we forged a fresh batch for the boutique, and I'm told our first shipment sold like hot coffee biscuits or something. Truly, Master Grinault? Why, that's wonderful news. I put my heart into every strike of the anvil, of course, but I was rather worried that the quality of my work might suffer when we began mass production. You heard the man. Coffee biscuits. We have hot coffee biscuits. And according to Reen, it doesn't get much better than that. Your encouragement is much appreciated, Claire. I really must take more pride in my work, and so should you, considering how much you contributed to this endeavor. Your tools are masterworks in their own rights, Miss Chora-Zoi. It is only natural that they are lauded as such. Our patrons have not but praise for what you have wrought. Word of the tools' adaptive nature has spread through Yulmore like wildfire, and the connoisseurs from all over Norvrant are lining up in droves to inquire about our next shipment. In fact, Mistress Mowen has requested your presence in Yulmore to discuss further business opportunities. It would seem she has a mind to introduce you to one of our most influential patrons. Wicked white! Never in my wildest dreams did I think I'd be invited to Yulmore of all places. It's an honor, really it is, but are you quite sure she wants me there? Mistress Mowen's a sharp one, lass. As long as I've known her, she hasn't once steered me wrong. If she means for us to take part in the next step of her grand designs, I reckon we oblige her. Obliging her is perfectly fine, but the thought of it still makes me as twitchy as a Mord's tail. If we really are going, I feel a little less out of place if our friend, the Warrior of Darkness, accompanied us. What do you say, Claire? Well, I'm certainly not going to miss this. Quest accepted! Okay, so we're going back to Yulmore. She really has such low confidence in herself, doesn't she, poor thing? But I can't wait to see where the next step goes. Oh, that was nice. We didn't have to make the journey ourselves. Let me guess. You're after one of the boutique's Splendorous Tools? Ha! You and everyone else in Norvrant. Every skilled artisan worth their salt has been clamoring for a tool that draws out their full potential, myself included. Nah, sir, I got the original ones right here. 'Tis good to see you, my friends. By your expressions, I take it the throng of artisans hungry for your handiwork made for a warm enough welcome. As you can see, we've no shortage of patrons hoping to savor the fruits of your labor. Few could resist the allure of tools crafted with the Warrior of Darkness collaboration. And there are fewer still who would gainsay their efficiency. Our patrons were especially captivated by the adaptive properties you've incorporated, and I have no doubt that your work shall remain a staple of the boutique for quite some time. As ever, we must consider that this success means for the future of trade in Norvrant, and how these tools might revitalize our markets. To that end, I should like you to meet with one of our patrons, if you would follow me to the outer deck. Who is this patron? Don't tell me it's going to be like the first versions of, like, Godbert. That would be really cool if it was, but... Oh no, now that I said it, I'm really worried that that's what's going to happen. That would be hilarious. Hmm? Look out, Mistress Moen. Prepare to croak, ye rusty bastard! Wow! That was impressive. Phew, didn't think a move I learned in one of them bloody odd dreams would come in handy. But if it means keeping the 3V safe and sound, that's what that matters. Oh man, I love this guy! Can we keep him over Geralt? He's like a big teddy bear. Now that I think on it, something seems off about the way this little bugger charged at us. Maybe I could fix up some of them faulty mechanisms. I just can't talk today, can I? He made it fly! That's impressive. And done. With a few minor improvements to its movement capabilities, this little green wonder could fly just about anywhere. Who needs rusty old wheels weighing you down, eh? My humblest apologies. That poor creature sat dormant in the dwarf stores for quite some time before I welcomed it into my collection. Precious as they may be, some antiques are simply bound to have more dust and rust than others. Who is this? But I must say, the rumors do not do your work justice, Master Grinault. Had I not known any better, I might assume this Iron Frog was one of the dwarf's newest models. Is that her? Is that Lady Chai? What the heck is that? That's not Lady Chai. I suppose this is an opportune a time as ever for introductions. It is my honor to present to you Quests6.45, collector of curios and friend to the boutique. Her generous assistance has allowed us to procure the countless components required for our travails. Darn it! I was really hoping to see the Chais again. The honor is all mine, really. The city may be known for its pomp and circumstance, but you needn't place me on a pedestal. At the end of the day, we Umorians are sinners one and all. You see, during Lord Valfrey's reign, I went to great lengths to obtain oddities of all sorts, reveling in relics from a realm that once was. The baubles of the old world and their histories would be mine and mine alone, or so I selfishly believed. But our city is on the cusp of great change, and I feel I must change with it. That my contributions might shape the future of Norvrant is a most heartening prospect, and I am more than happy to play the part for the boutique. My prized possessions have become the beating heart of this endeavor, and I could not have dreamt of a greater purpose for them. They are the proverbial flames that will fuel your forges in the days to come. That is to say, you do plan on honing those adaptive tools further, yes? If you wish to reach even loftier heights, I would be pleased to offer you the most priceless treasures I own, and I assure you there is plenty to spare. Yes, ma'am, that would be wonderful, ma'am. I swear to put forth every effort and craft something worthy of your priceless treasures, ma'am. Let's make it official then. As chairwoman of the Boutique of Splendors, I hereby declare our newest venture underway. We shall forge superior tools to deliver unto new frontiers and serve as a beacon of hope for our builders and providers. I can see it now, a brave new age of tradesmen and tradeswomen inspired by the trailblazing minstrel artisan who wrought her cherished dreams to life with her companions. In order to bring this youthful inspiration to the fore, however, I propose a new name for this new generation of tools, one that calls to mind the trailblazing minstrel herself. After her kindly offer to name our initial batch of tools for the boutique, 'tis only fair that I return the favor. A splendid idea, dear Moen. I could not have said it better myself. I beg your pardon? I very much appreciate the sentiment, but me? Ah, you, if you're as keen to improve this next batch of tools as ye say, and I know you'll do a damn fine job of it, then you've earned the right to brand them as your own. Your enthusiasm is most encouraging, Miss Chora-Zoi, but you needn't fret. We have plenty of time before we must finalize such things. As our main matter of business is concluded, I recommended that you bask in Yulemore's glorious sights before you depart. Perhaps it might serve as inspiration. She's panicking. As for you, Claire, would you attend me a moment? There's another matter of business I wish to discuss at the reception counter. I love these two. Can we trade these two out for, like, Geralt and Rowena back home? Like, can we do that, please? I would love to have them. So she's just gonna ride around on it now? I guess so. Well, I guess that's just how you do things in Yulemore. No one's really gonna look twice. Okay, let's see what Miss Moen has to say. I'd be happy to do things for her, really. She's so much nicer than Rowena back home. Our dear Chernolt is quite chivalrous, is he not? Standing steadfast in the face of amphibious disaster. Ah, 'tis an image I shan't soon forget, but I did not request your presence simply to swoon, you understand. Your attendance at our dealings today was most appreciated. I realized the proposal to rebrand our tools was a shock to Miss Chora-Zoi, but I felt it necessary for her growth. Her ideas are a boon to us all, and she must learn to take pride in the great success she has forged with you and Geralt. To feel like these works are truly hers. Knowing Geralt as I do, I am certain he will be eager to lend his aid, but what of you? Ours is not an easy work, but will you join with us and lend your support to Chora-Zoi once more? Excellent! You have my deepest gratitude, Claire. Fostering connections and collaborations to build a better Nordront is the true mission of the boutique, after all, and we would be honored to have your assistance. If I'm not mistaken, Grenalt and Miss Chora-Zoi have already departed for the Crystarium. Send them my regards, won't you? Oh, we gotta go all the way back. Well, I mean, we didn't need to pay anything to come here, so I guess it's only fair. Oh, we'll make it quick. I wonder what the tools are gonna look like. I mean, not that I don't like how they look now, they're pretty spectacular, but I hope they're gonna be even better. Right, so we're back here. And heading back to the meme. It's nice that we're able to find reasons to come back to visit, isn't it? I mean, we really don't get that opportunity so much anymore, so I get the feeling the dev team are trying to find as many excuses to come back to the first as possible. I can remember the last time I set foot in Yulmore. Couldn't even be ours to visit the place when I lived a stone's throw away. Then again, it was the right pain to come and go anywhere from the underwater sanctuary. But enough of me mindless blabbering. How you find the trip, Miss Chora-Zoi? Feeling refreshed after some time away from the mean? I think I might be the opposite of refreshed, actually. I was so shaken up by the whole experience, I could hardly enjoy it at all. It was very kind of Mistress Moen to suggest naming our next tools after me, and I don't mean to sound ungrateful, but I haven't the skills to become the beacon of hope she thinks I am. What in the world am I to do, Master Grenalt? Ha! Easy now, lass. The first thing you'll want to do is take a deep breath and some time to calm yourself. Whenever you think so or not, ye do have the skills, and no matter which way you feel like taking this on, we'll be right there with ye. That being said, Claire, we're counting on your support. Together we'll forge up somehow to make the whole bloody realm want to take up a trade. Alright, so we can purchase, purchase replicas now. Okay, a tool of her own, which is the third enhancement. Yeah, we'll go in as a blacksmith. Okay. It doesn't look that different. I guess if we do 2 enhancements for this round, it's going to be the the fourth enhancement that's going to show us a different tool. We have a monumental task ahead of us, Claire. If this tool truly is to be named after me, then I must be sure to put my whole heart and more into its creation. Great, how do we do that? When I originally suggested naming the tools after the boutique, I did so to commemorate Mistress Moen's, relationship with Master Grenalt, but to think she would turn my proposal around on me like this! What's all this about me and Mistress Moen? Oh, nothing of import, really. It's just that you both have a very diligent working relationship. Yes, that's so diligent, in fact, that I should really learn from your example and give my utmost effort for these next steps of the project. Oh, come on, I can't be the only one that wants to see those two get together. It was adorable. Have you been taking those deep breaths I asked you to, lass? If you keep on panicking like a dwarf that's lost their beard, your nerves prevent you from showing your true colors on the forge. You need to relax first, then hammer away. And remember, your tools have already met with critical acclaim from the boutique. They've sent ye a pile of orders the size of Mount Golgai. But few smithies get an opportunity more golden than that. Now's the time for action. And with the mean as our witness, we'll shape your tools into something special. Not to mention, you got the support of Mistress Quishitara this time, and who knows what sort of rarities she'll be providing. With components that remarkable, we got the potential to craft something the world ain't never seen before. You're absolutely right, Master Grenalt. I'll do my very best not to let you down, of course. But will we really be able to forge tools with items that rare? I promised Mistress Quests6.45 I would, but I'm beginning to have my doubts. It's possible, but when you're working with new materials, you need to keep a sharp eye on them. Not only should you incorporate familiar components to keep your plans from going awry, but you'll want to also observe how these new items after the forging process as a whole. Once you learn how to utilize them to your advantage and shape them into something that satisfies ye, the tools naturally take on features and flourishes that make them uniquely yours. Now, I may have helped you sort things out for our first tools, but this time I want you to craft them all by yourself, from concept to creation, so to speak. No project comes without its challenges, but I know you'll design something will make you proud to call your own. You really are the best team I could ask for. I suppose all that's left to do is to get to work. Now let's see, for this project we'll need a healthy supply of custom blacksmith components. The boutique can supply those, of course, but they'll need something equally valuable for their trouble. In this case, a shipment of connoisseur samurai blades, carefully crafted by our one and only warrior of darkness. Of course they would be. Things are never that easy for us, are they? If I may, I have been entrusted with a letter from Mistress Quests6.45 regarding our trade goods. If perhaps you wish to prove your promise as a provider, I shall share the secrets of several bounties forgotten by time. From them, you may gather to your heart's content. Anything you obtain from these areas may be etherically reduced into the components you require for your tools. Doing so may allow you to obtain what you seek faster than I can provide, in fact. Of course, it is perfectly acceptable to exchange the components as normal, so you are welcome to gather your supplies however you wish. I look forward to hearing tales of your success in Yulemoor and beyond. Ah, so they're talking about that new thing they did with the gathering tools. I'm heartened to know Mistress Quests6.45 has placed so much of her trust in your endeavors. It's just as she says, to collect the components required for a gathering tool, you may utilize ethereal reduction to obtain the same materials offered by the boutique. And that covers the main task, I should think. Everything else is just the same as before. Remember to use your tool during the procuring process, and our stores will be full of rare components in no time at all. You can deliver your wares straight to Quinana, and she'll provide us with the components we need for her usual stock. Any questions? Please direct them to Master Grinault, since I'll be especially busy this time. I know very well how much I'm asking of you, so there's no rush. Once you've got exactly what we need, bring it to me along with your tool, and we'll forge up something extraordinary. Right, the ethereal reduction for the gathering tools. That way you don't have to keep coming back and forth between all these places. You can actually just go ahead and turn it in right there. Oh boy. Okay, we know this process by now. So, let's see here. Where is it? Oh, the Splendorous Tools just passed it. Okay, the Samurai Blade. So, pewter ingots, and Oshikane ingots, and the bismuth ingots. Okay. And then after that, we have to do the chandelier. So, let's go ahead and trade. Yeah, so it's the same thing here. So, we'll have to get full marks if we want to get 3 at once. Meaning that we're going to have to make a minimum of 30, I think. That's the minimum required. That's only assuming that we can actually make like 30 high quality items. So let's go ahead. Yeah, so we have the 30 here. If we need more, we can easily come back and get some more. And anything else new here that we need to worry about for gatherers? I don't think so. Okay, so let's go ahead and get to work. I'm just going to skip ahead just a little bit for you guys.
2,000 years later.
Okay, so I skipped ahead and I have been working very diligently on all of this, and it has been a complete nightmare. An absolute nightmare, having to craft so many. Okay, so that took a while. I've been very busy gathering the items that I needed and practicing several different combinations to see what worked. Went through a complete glamour overhaul. I really like the way that she looks now, so I think I'll keep this one for a while, at least until I'm done with the Splendorous Tools. But yeah, so I did manage to find a system that works pretty well for me. I've been able to get a near perfect crafting every single time. If you want to know, I'll go ahead and put the macros down in the description below. But this should be the final one, at least I'm hoping so. Yep, there we go. Oh boy, and it really is easier when you have high quality items. It really does work. So let's go ahead, trade it in. And we have 90. Thank God! Okay, so now what do we do? We're supposed to go somewhere? Oh wait, that's right, I remember. Okay, I have to switch out the tools because we have to hand it over. Okay, I don't have any tools right now that I can switch them out. So I guess I'm just gonna have to make one real quick. Okay, we can make this one. And then afterwards, I'll just go ahead and sell it. Okay. Where is this? There it is. Okay, there we go. So let's go ahead, turn it in. Here you are, Claire. By that look in your eyes, I have a feeling there's a small mountain of components heading my way. If my hunch is correct, just hand those over along with your tool and I'll get to firing up the forge. I have no idea how you managed to carry all this at once, but I suppose that's a topic of conversation for another day. Rest assured that your hard-earned materials are in good hands. I may need to take a few of those deep breaths Master Grinold mentioned before I get started. I can do this. I can. You better. If you waste those items, I'm going to be really annoyed with you. Well, I'll be Anando's uncle. I had a feeling Mistress Quests6.45 wasn't your average collector, but these components reek of quality, and I can't say that about a great many things. If all goes well, and I'm sure it will, you're gonna be wielding a bleeding miracle of a tool, I tell ye. I suppose it's time we pay our visit to the faucet of forging. Sit tight a moment, Claire, and you'll have your new and improved tool in no time. Now to apply the coat of oil, then one last finishing touch, just like you taught me, Master Grinold. Here goes nothing. Apologies for the wait. Your tool is finally complete. And a right fine tool it is. You worked that finishing coat of oil damn near perfectly. Couldn't have done it better myself. I thought I might buckle under the pressure at first, but I believe the personal touches I added worked out rather well. Now you know the tradition, Claire. Please hold it up for all to see. You want me to show off? Oh, that's easy. It's what I do best. Aye, not a single flaw on it. This tool's more than worthy of your name. Right, the name. I hope you'll enjoy working with my very own masterpiece, Chora-Zoi's crystalline crosspin hammer. Monocle that rang out that changed the face of the trade as we know it. You done well, lass. How you like it, Claire? Feels like magic in your hands, eh? I get the feeling you're not done with it yet. I suppose there's no hiding it, is there? Don't you worry, we've got plenty of improvements yet ahead of us. Now that I've come this far, I can't help but reflect on where I started. When I was but a girl, I chanced upon a kettle crafted by Master Grinault. The moment I laid eyes on it, I decided right then and there that I wanted to be an artisan. Simple though the design was, the maker's mark carved upon it exuded a sense of dignity and passion I'd never felt before. It was as if it spoke to me, that the kettle itself had a fervent wish to be of use to those who heated it up upon their hearts. Now, all these years later, I've carved my own mark into the world. My younger self would never have dreamt of such an opportunity, and yet, here I am. May this tool speak to the bearer's creative spirit, just as Master Grinault's kettle spoke to me. Oh, these quests are so wholesome, aren't they? Okay, perfect! So we're gonna go on to another stage. I have a feeling we will. Let's see it. It still looks the same, doesn't it? I wish we could actually pose with the tool a little bit more differently than this. This is the paladin stance. Oh well. Okay, yes, so there is a fourth enhancement. So we'll undertake this as a blacksmith and the brilliant crosspin hammer. Okay, I have to see this. But I'm also terrified. Okay. Oh my god, look at it. Oh, it looks great. It's got like these little floating crystals about it. Okay, I'm sold. I want it now. I have to take it. I need to collect. Claire, allow me to thank you again for your help thus far. I doubt we have gotten to this point without you. I've taken some time to ponder over our progress. Crafting a tool with my name on it felt a bit surreal to be sure, but I do believe it's given me a healthy dose of confidence as an artisan. You come a long way, Miss Chora-Zoi. You got more in common with your tools than you think. Endless potential, for starters. The forge was in your canvas, and you've utilized all them components to paint it with your own colors, so to speak. That's a sign of a smithy what knows her craft and more. I know you're eager to get back to it and enhance your tools to the fullest, which is why I'm planning to entrust you with some of me special techniques. If you learn them well, your next tool might even rival me own. You mean it, Master Grinault? I'm truly humbled by the offer, but are you sure I'm ready for this? No, I mustn't keep hesitating. I am ready for this. That's the spirit, lass. You may be reaching uncharted territory, but we're in this together. So long as we're collaborating, there ain't nothing in this world you can't craft. Right, I won't let you down. It's thanks to all of you that I've been able to grow and thrive as much as I have, and I promise to repay that debt by being the best artisan I can possibly be. Now Now then, Claire, we've got quite a lot of work ahead of us, so I think it's time we got down to business. With every enhancement comes the customary components after all. Oh, please let there be fewer components this time. For our next phase of the project, we'll need a hefty helping of brilliant blacksmith components. Now, as I'm sure you're aware, the boutique won't simply give those out for free. We'll need to provide them with something equally extraordinary, such as a supply of connoisseur chandeliers, carefully crafted by our one and only warrior of darkness. I'm sure you're itching to get started, but do make sure to keep my tool equipped while you're out and about. Once I observe how it reacts to your work, I should be able to optimize this upcoming round of improvements. You can deliver your wares straight to Quinana, and she'll provide us with the components we seek from her usual stock. Any questions? Please direct them to Master Grinault. Once you've collected the components we require, simply bring them to me along with your tool and I'll make for the forge. Until then, I wish you a painless procurement process. Oh, it's almost like they know. They know it's gonna be painful. It's gonna be bad, isn't it? It's really gonna be painful. Oh god, I mean, I enjoy crafting, but I really struggle with some of the higher quality stuff. Alright, let's have to take a quick look. There's like literally no room for error for this parts. Okay, be right back.
Eternity later.
Oh my god, that has been so difficult. I don't even want to go into the details for it. Okay, so I managed to find a process that seems to work relatively well for me. And if you do it, then you do get I would say around a 70 to 80% chance of it actually making it all the way up to 100% every time. And that is only if you choose not to use too many high quality materials. I chose to use at least one full set of high quality materials there just to make the process easier. And I probably go into more details about it, but you know what? It's gonna take forever just to talk about it, so I'm just gonna put the macro down in the description below so that you can go ahead and copy and paste that. Again, this is just what works for me, and I do strongly recommend that you get as many of the high quality materials in order to make this whole process as painless as possible. Again, it's not a 100% guarantee every single time, but your odds of it getting to that point of getting the 100% every time does go up much higher if you do have at least 1 to 2 stacks of high quality materials. But anyway, I think that we should be good to go, so let's go ahead and turn those in. Yeah, so as you can see, I managed to get them all the way up to full, and we got 90. Alright, so it was difficult, but it definitely could have been a lot worse. And I went ahead and gathered up all of the tools that I had here, because I do plan on collecting them all. There's our professional procurer. I can hardly begin to express how grateful I am for all the work you've done, though something tells me you prefer to rid yourself of all those components before I start singing your praises in earnest. If you can hand those over with your tool. You truly are one of a kind, Claire. We've been hard at work with our share of preparations as well, so I guarantee you'll be more than satisfied with your new tool once we're finished with it. While you're out collecting your wares, Mistress Chora-Zoi here was studying my secret techniques. Picked them up right quick, too. She won't steer your tool wrong. You have me word. Let's see here. Yes, everything appears to be in order, which means it's high time we made our way to the Faucet of Fortune. We shouldn't be long, so stay right here and our work will be done before you know it. It's finally time for the all-important finishing touches. If it's a beacon of hope Mistress Moen wants, then it's a beacon of hope she'll get. One that will shine like Master Grenald's kettles. One as brilliant as the very stars Claire fought so tirelessly to return to us. Oh, that's a new sound. Sounded like she was dumping like pixie dust all over it. Wicked White, that was exhausting, but I'm proud to say that you'll be wielding my greatest masterpiece yet. That being said, you best take care of it. Now that she's mastered me forging techniques, Miss Chora-Zoi's works truly are as good as me own. Go on then, hold it aloft and take a gander for yourself. Oh my god, look at it! Oh, it's so pretty. For this enhancement, I wish to balance form and function, and Master Grenald's techniques allowed me to do just that. Not only is it my newest creation, a feast for the eyes, it also adapts to the whims of its wielder, just as well as its predecessors. Here, and that makes me heart swell with pride, it does. Still, I know me methods better than anyone, and pure oil alone don't make a tool shine the way yours does. What was on your mind when you pieced this together? Well, to be honest, my head was a bit of a jumble, but... I see I've arrived at a most fortuitous time. You've outdone yourself once again, Miss Chora-Zoi. Mistress Moen, what brings you here? When word of your most recent exploits reached Yulmore, 'twas only a matter of time before my curiosity compelled me to make the journey here. Mistress Quests6.45 was equally intrigued by the news, so I thought it prudent to receive a first-hand report for our dear patron as well. Wait, that was it! That was on my mind when I was forging the tool. As it turns out, I found me muse in them enchanting eyes. The thousands of kettles I forged to capture that captivating gleam was what set me on the smithy's path. I recalled the moment Master Grenald spoke of his kettles in front of us. It was because of those very kettles that I became the artisan I am today. The ardent wish he carved onto his every work, his maker's mark, it was because he was inspired by you that I took an interest in the forge, Mistress Moen. Your enduring bond is why we stand here now, blazing a new trail of hope for Norrvun's trades. Two of you, your kettles and my inspiration, we were all bound together from the very first, whether we knew it or not. And as luck would have it, Claire came to our aid, providing the push we needed to unite our desperate dreams. The connections we forge now shine through in this very tool, a brilliant maker's mark to represent us all. You have my deepest gratitude, Mistress Moen. I would never have thought to name these tools for myself, and yet in doing so, I feel as though I can reach even greater heights in my craft. Hear, hear, spoken like a true master. All I did was bring out the potential you always had in ye, but small as my part was, I'm right honored to have played it. You did me proud, lass, and I reckon you'll keep doing the same. That means the world to me, Master Grenald. Thank you so much. If only it wasn't raining. It spoils the effect. Okay, is that it? Am I now gonna have to go on to collecting all my other tools? I mean, I'm going to, but... I guess so. Oh, wait! I didn't expect this. Well, I'm just gonna pause it right there, but we're definitely doing this.
20 minutes later.
Okay, we're back. I just really wanted to wait until the rain stops so that it doesn't ruin any more effects. So Let's go ahead and see what this is about. I tell you, there ain't nothing more fulfilling than watching me apprentice find success, even if me own contributions in the end were but a few words of encouragement and some lessons on maneuvering oil. You did a damn fine job as well, Claire. After all the blood, sweat, tears, and components you poured into this on our behalf, we owe you much more than just thank ye and a pat on the back. I reckon it's time we raise a glass to ye both in celebration. Oh, that sounds like a wonderful idea, Master Grinault. I'll be glad to have a bit of respite. But I thought you weren't partial to ales and brews and whatnot. Are you sure you'll be alright? You got a good memory, lass, but this celebration ain't for me now, is it? The important part is that ye get out there and enjoy yourselves. They serve a mean purple carrot juice at the Wandering Stare, and that'll do me just fine. I think that's a good idea. Speaking of which, are the two of you ready to head on down? If I'm remembering right, Mistress Moen should be finishing with her usual dealings at Musa Universalis right now, so we may as well ask her and Quinana to join us. I think it's a good idea that we don't have him drink. I don't want to take a risk that he might turn into Geralt. I really hope not. I like this guy, I really do, and I don't want to have that ruined. I'd like to propose a toast. We've been down a very long and, dare I say it, splendorous road together. We forged incredible tools as well as lasting friendships, and I couldn't be more grateful for everyone's support. Today, we have more than earned the right to eat, drink, and be merry. Sight for me sore eyes. Haven't attended a gathering like this in ages. Reminds me of the night we met, huh? Stairs was full of folk from all corners of the realm, yet it seemed it were just the two of us. Can't rightly recall how many nights we spent after that, chatting about our hopes and dreams. To think that we'd find ourselves here once again. It would seem the fates are kinder than I imagined. The day you departed on that long journey of yours, I feared I had forever lost my rough-spoken smith. Mistress Moen. I chose to walk the smithy's path so I could become a man what you'd be proud of. I hadn't a single bleeding regret about me progress as a craftsman, but I've never forgiven myself for leaving you waiting on a Eumorian Terrence all these years. I wouldn't be surprised if ye resented me for it. 'Tis all in the past, Renault. Never once have I resented you for your actions. I could never do such a thing. Oh, Mistress Moen, there's something I've been too afraid to tell ye all these years, and I can't hide it any longer. Oh my god, is he gonna propose? Is this what I think it is? Strike while the iron is hot, Master Grinault. This is your moment, Mistress Moen. Oh my god, is it gonna happen? Mistress Moen, me dearest Mistress Moen, Did he just pass out? Why did he pass out? Oh no. He's drunk? Wait a moment, is this wine? Has Master Grinault been drinking this instead of his purple carrot juice the whole time? My dear sweet Grinault, you haven't changed one bit. Since the day you held your hammer aloft in pursuit of greatness, you have filled my heart with hope and pride, and in time I pray you gain the courage to lay bare the secret you hold so closely. Oh, she knows. She knows he cares about her. But you know what? That's a real lady there. She's not going to press the issue. She'll wait until he's ready. Aww. Oh my god, that was so adorable. Okay, are you okay now? Ugh, feels like me noggin's full of slee slugs. I can't remember a bleeding thing. But Miss Chora-Zoi tells me the lot of ye had to drag me sorry arse back to the mean. I take it Mistress Moen's made for Yulmore already? I'm afraid so, though she did say she returned to the Crystarium when next the opportunity arose. I'm certain you have plenty of time to chat with her then. History repeats itself, and it's got a cruel sense of humor. A long time ago, Mistress Moen and I attended a similar banquet. I placed me flagon of juice down for nary a second, but when I picked it back up to take a sip, I awoke the next day with a violent headache and a sour smack of wine in me mouth. A lesson to you younger folk, never forget where ye leave your juice. But embarrassing anecdotes aside, there's work to be done. Miss Chora-Zoi's tool may have exceeded the boutique's expectations, but something tells me it's hiding even more potential behind that brilliant gleam. Call it a smithy's intuition. Can't say what lies beyond the horizon, but if we draw out your tool's full adaptive abilities, we may well be forging works fit for the gods themselves. It'll be grueling work, but there's no one better suited for the challenge than me earnest apprentice. I'm sure your faith in me is not misplaced, Master Grinault. That's what I like to hear. For now, it's back to the drafting phase with us. We'll need all the time and provisions we can afford. I reckon we'll have our hands full for a while with the preparations, but when our plans are fully ironed out, you'll be the first to know, Claire. Until then, stay sharp, and may your tools be your guiding star. Well, I'm glad that's all over with. Stroke of brilliance. Alright, so I guess this just means that I'm going to be busy for a while as I finish collecting all my other tools. I can tell this is going to be a long and painful slog, isn't it? Anyway, thank you all so much for watching, my fellow nerds. I can't wait to see you next time, and take care. Bye.